Hello everyone, MuscleMan1953 here. Tonight I feel I should talk to you about when you should start to want to take control of your lives. Now, depending on how you were raised, people raise their children very differently from everyone else. Some people raise them the same. Now, what this video is going to help you decide is when it's okay for you to start taking control of your life, when you should want to take control of your lives. Now, this is open to debate. People take control at very different stages in their lives. Some take control when they're right out of high school at 18 or 19. Some take control when they're fresh out of college or when they turn 21. Me personally, I started taking control right around the time I turned 19. This is the time because I started to go to college when I was 19. I started to think about what I wanted my major to be, what I wanted to do once I got my degree, and also what I wanted to do with my life, like where I wanted to live and stuff like that, after I got all that educational stuff out of the way. Now, this video is also for parents to think about. Now, for the parents of my viewers or whatever, keep in mind that this is my opinion and I'm using my right as an American citizen to voice my opinion, so whatever. You're free to comment, whatever. Just keep in mind that just think about what you want to say and how it may come off. Now, you are entitled to your own perspective, but also think about if there's actually a truth in what I'm saying. Now, some parents I've run into in my personal life have been really big-headed about when to let their children take control of their own lives. Now, honestly, I've heard a lot of parents say, I'm always going to be there for their child. I'm always going to be the respectable one. They're always going to be my baby, which I find really disturbing when anyone calls me that. But honestly, my advice would be to take control of your own life. When you feel ready to, you gotta trust your instincts, but also trust yourself and your heart. Think about when it's the right time for you. No one else can decide when you're gonna be ready to take control of your life except for you. Now, some people may pressure you. Your parents may be pressuring you to get a job, so you can start to pay bills and experience real life stuff like that. Now, that is a good thing, but remember, right now there are a lot of people out looking for jobs, so just don't go into the job market. There are a couple of things that you could do where you can make your own job and not even have to worry about that at first. Now, some people might say, oh, I just got out of high school, or I'm 16 years old, I'm ready to get out of my parents' house and start living on my own now. Believe me, I felt the exact same way at 16, and I still lived in my mom's house. And honestly, back then I really wanted to move, but back then I didn't realize how good I had it. Back then, all I had to worry about was school and stuff like that. And these days, I still look back on the day wishing that's all I had to worry about. Now I have to worry about a job. I have to worry about responsibilities, bills, rent, taxes, all this government political crap that none of you 16-year-olds really have to worry about unless you have a job where you pay taxes with that job, like a W-4 or W-2 form. Now, one thing to think about is how you want to tell parents that you're ready to take control of your own life. Now, don't be disrespectful, like saying, it's my life, I'll do whatever the hell I want, and you can't say crap about it, because they're your parents and they're just looking out for you, but there is a fine line. It's important for both you and your parents to learn where you two can draw that line. Now, if you are assertive enough about it in the right way, then I think that as you grow older, that they'll trust you enough to form your own relations and your own responsibilities and your own boundaries. Now, one thing you also need to think about is how many responsibilities you want to take on at that age. Some people just want to take it on full on just because they feel cocky, they think they know it all. And what happens is, after that, and they move out after they feel so cocky they think they can handle it all. A lot of times they end up broke. They end up having to sleep over at a friend's house and doing a lot of stupid stuff. And that's what I believe is one of the possible reasons that crime rates can go up. Now also, another thing to think about for parents is, like, where do you draw the line between controlling your kids and letting them live their own lives? Now, I talked about snags earlier in this video with parents that I've met, and the biggest reason I would have to say I'm making this video for is because the parents that I've met, they, in my opinion, they're not exactly doing what I think they should do to raise their kids. I think, like, they're controlling their kids way too much. Like, if you control a child too much throughout their lives, like to the point where they're 22 or older, and you're still controlling them then how exactly do you expect them to go out into the real world when you haven't even prepared them for that, when you're still coddling them like they're 5 or 6 years old? Now, sometimes that's okay, but also can be a big problem once, like, okay, you always say that you're always going to be there for your child and you're always going to protect them, and that's good and all, but what you have to remember is how much can you be there for them before they need to figure things out on their own. Now, if you want to help them every once in a while, that's good. I understand that entirely, but it's just important to know where you should help them and where you need to allow them to learn things on their own, so that they're not walking into the adult world blindly without a safety line. So yeah, this is my video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps you in deciding when to learn control in your own life. So yeah, feel free to comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. This is Muscleman1953.